Hello, good morning. How are you? I hope you find good. So today we have a new lesson. Okay, it's talking about new short story. New short story is called Marigolds. Marigolds. Okay, so firstly, let me share my screen with you now. I think now you can share my screen. Okay, so here we have Marigolds. Okay, and it's the short story analysis. Of course, we have the PDF itself. So today, okay, I'd like to tell you a background on the story and a little summary. Okay, so the story is talking about girls called Elizabeth. Okay, this girl is called Elizabeth or Elizabeth. Okay, this girl, she has 14 years old. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, try to make it here annotation. Yes, exactly. As you see, here's Marigold. Okay, there's a girl called Elizabeth. She has 14 years old and she was African American girl. She was African American girl. She doesn't know who she is. Mr. What does it mean, Mr. Doesn't know who she is? Let's try to complete. The conflict of the story involves Elizabeth trying to find out who she is while growing up in a poor Maryland society during the Great Depression. Maryland is in a name of state in America. Okay, it's called Maryland. Okay, so here since she tried to know who is she. Okay, and this time she was growing up into the Maryland city. Okay, during the Great Depression. Great Depression, this is a part in America. Okay, that can have a lot of depression for American economy. For American economy. So here, that's in Maryland. Okay, she lived in Maryland at this time. Not yet a woman, not yet a woman. She has 14 years old, but more than just a child. More than just a child. Okay, do you know, يا ولاد? Okay, that's in when you have 14 years old, but you are the responsible about the house. You are the responsible for your life. You are the responsible one in the house. So here that in you are not a child, but you are more than just a child. You are more than just a child, okay? Of course, because you have a lot of responsibility. So here's Elizabeth spends time with the neighborhood children. Elizabeth spends time with the neighborhood children, causing innocent trouble. Innocent trouble here, that's in when she fights with her friends, okay, because something goes wrong, anything. Okay, innocent trouble and acting in childish way. One hot summer, one hot summer day, the children decide to taunt poor, elderly Miss Lottie, okay, and her precious marigolds. Precious marigold, okay, that's in a little perfect golds or a little perfect roses, okay, that's in for Mrs. Lottie, okay, and here the children want to taunt. Taunt here, that's mean like sarcasm or like making okay making sarcasm or okay there is a word but I remember it. Um, what's called the words called okay that's mean like sarcasm. Okay, they try to sarcasm. Okay, this is Mrs. Lottie or elderly Mrs. Lottie. Elderly here that means she is older woman. Okay, and her precious marigolds. Okay, so now, however, the children at the time didn't realize how much the flowers truly mean to Mrs. Lottie. They don't know because our children. Mrs. Lottie, she loves, she loves the marigolds rose, of course. She loves it very much. But the children, they try to make it sarcastic or They try to play with their roses, so they don't know how the flowers truly mean to Mrs. Lodi. That night, Elizabeth overhears a conversation involving her parents and their financial and emotional problems. She lets her emotions, which include sadness for never having her mother around. Okay, so here that's it. This conversation includes sadness for never having her mother around, growing up in a poor town, being both a child and a woman. A child, she has 14 years old, and a woman, she is the responsible about the house. Okay, so she doesn't have the right to play with her friends and back to her mom to take care about her. No, 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 no. She's she is more than a child. And seeing her father's tears of sadness get the best of her. She then sneaks out of the house. Sneaks here when you try to sneak that's in slow movement. She then sneaks out of the house and goes to Miss Lucy's house destroys, where she destroys the marigolds with her friends. When Elizabeth looks up from her destruction, she sees Miss Louise standing there. She sees Miss Luty standing there at the marigold flowers, with disappointment and sadness in her eyes because the children have destroyed the marigolds. In that moment, the conflict is resolved when Elizabeth finds out that she is no longer a child, but a woman with feelings of compassion. Compassion here she felt with Mrs. Luty's depression. She felt with her depression. She felt with her father's tears. Okay, so here this is the plot of the story. I think it's a perfect story. Okay, you have to read it. Okay, and try to prepare it for inshallah next Sunday. So thank you so much for your listening, and of course you need to read the first 3 pages as a preparation for next Sunday. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.